Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your dumbbell strength, sweat, and power workout. Just like it sounds, in this workout, we are using dumbbells to build strength, to get our hearts pumping with a little sweat, and to generate power. I will be doing these things using my dumbbells 10, 15, and 20 pounds. You can use whatever you have available to you, and of course, I will give you lots of options to work to your fitness level. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start just by getting our muscles warm, getting our bodies warmed up, our energy up, our core temperature up, and getting rid of anything that may be occupying our mind right now. If that's stress from the day, from the week, let's roll those shoulders. Just let it all go. You are here to move, you are here to get stronger, and you're here to feel better. So just be here with me today. Let's roll those shoulders. You can take them a little bit bigger, and then take them to the front. We're gonna take our feet out a little bit wider. We're gonna go up with that I, and then drive the hips to the back. So making an I with the hands, drive the hips to the back. So we are getting it done. Strength, sweat, and power today. So our intervals are gonna be exactly like that. So we're gonna start with a back to basic strength. Let's take our arms out to a T, step out to the side. We're gonna take it after that. We're gonna add on to that movement. So it's a compound movement, and that's where our sweat comes in. So we're getting cardio, we're getting metabolic conditioning, we're getting our heart rates up, but by using a compound movement with weights, not by adding high impact. We can get high intensity without going high impact. One more right here, toes out, nice big Y with the arms sit in the squat. And then we will finish each round combining those things together or adapting to make it into a power move. So sometimes it'll feel very similar, sometimes it'll feel a little bit different. So we're getting it done with all of those things. We're gonna go down in time. Let's roll through our back right through here and round it up. So flat back down, round it up. So our first round is our longest. That back to basic strength is gonna be 50 seconds. Don't worry, it's not much longer than what we normally do. Then quick breather. Our second round is 40 seconds. That's our sweat, where we get our hearts pumping a little bit more. And our power round is only 30 seconds, all right? So it will go fast. Let's take it, let's roll through those hips. And once you're done with it, you're done with it. It is essentially a no repeat workout, all right? We get repetition in movements, but each exercise is different. Let's tap it back. I know that sounds like it's not possible, but you know it is if you've worked with me before. We want to be repeating movements, but when we're adding on, we're making them slightly different. You can get a little lower in the lunge if you want, a little higher with those arms if you want. Then we can make it no repeat. Everything feels different, but we're getting repetition of movement patterns. Hold it here. You can either hold it up top or drop it down if you want. Hold that stretch and then reach under and up, opening up right through here. So up to you if you want to just hold that stretch or come all the way down, get a little rotation. Let's switch our legs right here. I do have the bench behind me. It is optional. There's only a couple times that we might use it, but you can also take it down to the mat. We're gonna take it here and up right here. Up. Yes. And then if you can, meet me down on the mat, either on your knees or on your toes, a little forward and back into that core. A little side to side, drop of the hips, right through here. And then as you're ready, walk those hands back. Give yourself a second, pedal those feet, and then slowly roll it up. All right, tap it out and reach. So we are starting with a good old classic one we often start up with, a variation of a squat. You know, I often start with our bigger compound movements, our movement patterns that we're used to doing, right? Because then that way we can work our way down to the smaller muscles. All right, here's the kicker. We're gonna take that squat into a pause squat. So we're sitting low, we're gonna hang out at the bottom for a second, we're gonna come back up out of the squat, all right? So grab some heavy weights. I'm gonna go with my 20s. You can have them down by your side, or you can bring them in in the center, because that's what we're gonna do on our second exercise. We're gonna take it into a side squat and add a curl. But right here, right now, here we go. Down and hold, and then drive it up. Down and hold, and then drive it up. If it feels better for you to have those weights in the center, you can do that as well. Down and hold, you can even rack them. I'm not holding long enough, but down, pause, drive it up. Remember, this is our long one. So this is our 50 seconds. Drive it up. Remember, it's no repeat. So once we're done with it, we are done with it. And up. 10 seconds to go. Keep it nice and strong. 3, 2, 1. Set those down. All right, guys, this time we're gonna take slightly lighter weights, something you can do a bicep curl with. So I'm gonna go to my 15s. Step out in the squat, step in, curl at the top. Step out, step in. You're gonna get your heart pumping a little bit more with this one. In 3, 2, 1. 40 seconds. Step down, step up. Doesn't have to be that fluid. You can step up and then curl, or get low, come up high, right? So a little more heart rate, a little lighter on the weight for the squat, but still getting down there, still holding for a count. Then here, yes, 10 seconds. For 3, for 2, and 1. Set those weights down. All right, team, so this is it. This is power. If the power version is not right for you, you're gonna do a bicep curl, sit low. It's a racked squat this time, and press. If you wanna add the power, here's what we've got, team. It's a clean. Your clean is that bicep. Sit low, power it up. Any version of that works for you. You can do curl, you can do the clean, that's where the power comes in. You can do a slow squat or get down there a little quicker, press or push press. 30 seconds only. Here we go. Clean, squat, power press. Yes, so power clean, back to basic squat. So you notice your back to basics move stays pretty much the same in this round. That'll be true for most of this today, right? But we add the extra strength, we add the power, we add the compound movements to get more of that heart rate and full body work and relax. All right, team, catch your breath after that. Whoo, see? There's that heart rate. We're gonna get heart rate from the very beginning with the back to basics because we're gonna go heavy. Then we're taking it to sweat and power. Your next move is gonna be a row. So here's what I want, rotating row. My palms are here, turning it up. I'm still pulling my elbows up to the side, here to here. Then we're gonna take it to a plank row. We'll add on as we go. Go heavy if you can. Core engaged, shoulders back. We got 50 seconds on this one. If you need to come up to stretch your back, go for it. Otherwise, hinge it here. Here we go, rotate. Turn the palms to the back, turn the palms to the front. Now, we're gonna do this on our first one, but then we're gonna go to a regular row when we add on, all right? I just wanted to get a little bit of that movement. What we do when we rotate, not only is it a different type of pull for our muscles, but look what's happening in your shoulder joint, your elbows, and your wrist. We're getting that work, that strength and mobility through our joints as well, which is what we want. Breathe, right here. 10 seconds. Keep squeezing in the back, I know. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, team, so now we're going to that regular row. Here's what we're gonna add on. We're gonna walk it back to a plank row, walk it up to a regular row. It's gonna look like this. So regular row, walk it back, plank row, walk it in. Regular row, pull from the floor. So it's like that gorilla row, all right? And then we walk it back. If you don't wanna walk it back, Just do a little tap back and a tap back, and then your right and left row. All right, are we ready? Here we go. Row, walk it back, up. You do not have to pop back because you can probably guess that's coming. Row, walk it back. Pull towards the hip, nice and strong. Walk it in, get set, flat back. Walk it here. And by the way, guys, hopefully I said this, but let me say it again. You can always just keep this back to basics. You can always do that first one. If you want to do 3 rounds and make it like a cluster set, if you're not into the sweat and the power today, relax, set it down. Ha! If you're just here for strength, just do 3 rounds. It'll be a drop set in time. It'll be like a cluster set where we get a short break, we do it again. You can always just keep doing whatever that first move is. Whew, buying myself some time. All right, team, so here's what we've got. We're gonna take it to a snatch. If you've never done a snatch, it looks like this. I'm gonna pull up across my front of my body and then back down. So I'm gonna go row, snatch, take it down, row, snatch. So you want something that you can do the snatch with. Now, we're gonna take the plank out of it, right? But here's what we want. If you can't do the snatch, then you can go row, upright row, all right? Or a high pull, just like that. 30 seconds only. I'm gonna try this with my 20s. I don't know if I've done a snatch with the 20s before, but I'm gonna go for it. We got 30 seconds, 1 row, snatch, put it on the ground, then switch it. 3, 2, 1, row, snatch, and switch. Row. Ugh, I like this hand, that helps me. And here. Remember, you can always just alternate your rows. And down. Last one. That's your time, but if you want to make it even, I kind of have to make it even. Get that other side and up and relax. Yes, team. All right, set those weights down. Shake that out. Let's grab a sip of water. That's your circuit 1. All right, guys. I see little people waving to me from the window. My kids outside. Woo! Heart is pumping. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling that. All right, so shake it out, catch your breath. That's what it looks like. Those were those 2 rounds. We had basic movement patterns, our functional movement patterns, a squat, an upper body pull, then we add on to add some intensity and heart rate, metabolic conditioning, Metcon, and then to add some power. All right, this one we have right side, left side. We're gonna start with a kickstand deadlift. So if you've done this with me before, you know I love them. You're gonna tap it back here, so you're in a kickstand position, weights in the front, drive the hips to the back. It's not a lunge, but we are gonna add a lunge as we go, all right? So starting with a kickstand deadlift, then we're gonna take it to a curtsy lunge, kickstand into curtsy, all right? Then we're taking it to a swing, and you have the option. You can do a dumbbell swing, you can do a kickstand swing, or you can just go back to the deadlift, all right? So it's a lot going on back here and in your hinge, so do the best you can. We're starting with that 50 seconds of your deadlift. So take your time, shoulders back, 1 foot in front, your hip distance apart, take it to the kickstand, weights in front, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Kickstand, bring it up. Take it down, bring it up. And drive it up. Yes, you can. Here. Push through that front heel. I know this is hard after we just did those hinge motions with our plank, but you got it. Hang with me. Push it up and through. The tricky part with this is that we're gonna keep it all in one side, so unilateral. We're gonna keep that right kickstand when we add the right lunge. Then we'll add on with that swing. Breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, one. All right, set your weights down, get a little stretch for your back, stretch to the back of the legs, all right? You can keep that all 3 moves, but it's gonna be a lot of hinge. If you want to take a break on this one, from the hinge, you can just do the curtsy lunge. Otherwise, kickstand into that curtsy, all right? You got it, team? Join me. Here we go. Kickstand, stand it up, curtsy. Here, up. Yes. Get low on the curtsy, you can do it. Stand up straight. Yes. 10 seconds to go. And we're going into our power. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, team, stretch it out. All right, I'm gonna go slightly lighter on this. It's up to you. You can just do a regular swing with one weight in the center. It can be a kettlebell if you got a kettlebell, even though it's a dumbbell workout. You can do your skier swing, or what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a kickstand swing. So I'm staying in the same position, I know. Drive my hips to the back, power it up, let it drop. If you feel like those weights are getting in the way, just take it to a regular swing in the center or back to your deadlift. It's up to you. All right, we got 30 seconds only. Same foot forward, I know we're feeling it. Get set for that hinge one way or the other. 3, 2, 1. Drive it up, let it drop. So the kickstand swing, you really have to control it. Same idea, you're gonna power up with those hips, but that front leg is gonna be manning the power, right? Push into that heel, drive it up, let it drop. You can bend your knees a little bit more if you need to. Yes, you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then let it swing and relax. All right, team, before we go to that other side, I know that's a lot of hinge, so little toy soldier kick. You don't have to get super high with it, but flex that foot. We're just gonna stretch out our back and our hamstrings. I know, it's a lot. Back to back to back, right? We're building muscle endurance as we do that. Reminder, I know sometimes we get into swings or deadlifts and people think, oh, that's too much for my back. And yes, certainly be mindful of that. You can always take it body weight. You can always take it down to the mat for a bridge. That's a great option as well. However, remember your back is working. It's connected to these muscles. So it's gonna be working. It shouldn't be painful. It shouldn't be sharp, but we want it to be working, and we really wanna perfect that hinge motion and get strong in it because we do it every day in life, right? All right, soapbox over. Let's take it back to here. Kickstand deadlift, kickstand curtsy, kickstand or regular swing. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get it done. I'm going heavy with my first 2. I'll drop it down a little for the power. Core engage, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, 50 seconds. Yes, you can, good news. Then we're all down on the mat for this next circuit. Here we go. Just your deadlift. And remember, you can always just go to a regular deadlift with 2 feet. You don't have to do both. Yes. Drive it up. Here to here. And up. Front leg doing more of the work, but you're keeping the eyes up, out in front of your body. You're not bending to see. You're starting to see the front of the legs or even your shoes. I want you to look at that diagonal, floor diagonal in front of you, right? That's gonna help us keep our back flat. Relax. Set them down. Give everything a little stretch, a little break, right? Kickstand, curtsy. If you know your back needs a break, just take it to the curtsy lunge, all right? Take the hinge out of it, and then we'll finish with the swing. 40 seconds, and then 30. So go ahead and get set. I know my toes are feeling it too, right? Get set, kickstand, and curtsy in 3, 2, 1. and here. Hinge, and here. Stand up straight. Whoo! And up. Stand up and behind. 10 seconds to go. So maybe one or two more of each. Finish each one all the way through. Good form. Last one. Relax. All right, team. Last one. Give your legs a little break, and then we're all upper and core on this next circuit. So legs get a breather, don't worry. All right, again, you can do your swing. You can do your two-legged deadlift one more time, or you can take it to a kickstand swing. It is up to you. Woo! Toesies, let's get it done. If you're doing the swing here, it's like a skier swing, or take one weight on the outside if you're feeling like it's getting a little too close. Let's hinge it here, prep it. Power, 3, 2, let it drop. Starts to feel like too much, take it 2 foot, 2 flat feet into your swing. I know. Drive it up, let it drop. The hinge, the back of your body, your posterior chain is doing the work, not your arms. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing and relax. Woo, man. All right, team. Shake that out. Again, you can take it here. Oh, that felt like a whole lot of hinging, right? Let's grab some water. We're taking it down to the mat. Now, first thing we're gonna do is a tricep extension. We're gonna add a bridge to it. Or the close press. I'm just gonna take it all on the mat. You can use the bench if you want, but by the time we get to that power, you're gonna wanna be on the floor, most likely. All right, legs, get a breather down on the mat with me. We got triceps. All right, I filmed another workout earlier today, so I'm gonna go a little lighter, but I wanna encourage you to go heavier, all right? Here's what we want. We're gonna start with just your back to basics triceps. We don't often just isolate the tris because we get them in all of our other upper body push, but let's do it. Then we'll add a little bridge to it. Then for our power, we're doing something totally different. We're gonna switch it over to a push-up and a switch climber. You're gonna like it. Go ahead and join me right here. Shift those shoulders back. So what I mean by that is that we don't wanna be up here doing the movement. We want those elbows right over the shoulders in 3, 2, 1. Bend, bring it up. And here, yes. Sorry, not a bridge on that next one because we don't need any more glutes for this workout, at least in that position. Sorry, we're doing a little toe tap. All right, we've got 50 seconds. These are small muscles to go a full 50, so I want you really to take your time. It will burn out those tris, but then we're gonna make it to more of a compound movement, a close grip press with our toe tap. Burn, right? 10 seconds only. Last one. Yes, team. All right, so our feet are up. We're doing a little toe tap here. All right, knees coming in and down as we do a close grip. So let's add a little more of a press motion, a little more chest and shoulders to help those tris straight up and down as we tap. You can also just do a little march if that's better for you. Here we go. Elbows are in and we're just pushing straight up. So it's a narrow press. So we keep the tris working. You're still feeling that burn in the back of the arms, right? Aren't you glad you're not doing a deadlift, right? Right here. Take it up. Drop it down. Yes. Chest and shoulders are helping those tris. 3, 2, 1. All right, a little more intensity on that. All right, team, so now we're gonna take it over. You can use your bench if you want, or you can be down here. I know they're feeling it. Here's what we've got. We're gonna take a climber switch. So that climber being 1, 2, 3. We're gonna put it down with a push-up. You can either be here, or you can be in a full push-up. You can drop that knee if you want, and then 1, 2, 3, push-up. 1, 2, hold the knee, push-up, all right? So climber switch, there's our power, really drive it and use that core. And then let's finish out those tries, chest and shoulders. Here we go, 30 seconds, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna try it here. 10 seconds to go. So just get 3 climbers either way. You don't have to hold it in for the push-up. 3, 2, 1. Oh, arms. I know. Maybe it's mine are a little fatigued from filming another thing today, but my legs and glutes were so tired after that second circuit. And now it's my arms and abs. All right, team, bring it up. Let's grab a sip of water. Woo! Listen, quick sip. If you need to be done, you can call it a day. 25-minute workout. Catch your breath on that. Whew, arms. We got everything in. We got our squat motion, we got our lunge motion, we got our hinge, we got our upper pull, our upper push just now, and core. So, I know sometimes we're pressed for time. I give you permission to get a little cool down and stretch on your own. If you wanna hang with me for one quick bonus circuit, we're gonna pull out this bench. If you don't have a bench, don't worry. All right, so here's what we've got. Our back to basics. We are taking it, right here. We're gonna do a step up. We're gonna go 25. No, we're gonna go 30, 25, and 20 on this, all right? So we're gonna do a step up, your back to basics with your weight. We're gonna drive the knee up for a little more power. And then if you want, a little jump. Now, only if you're comfortable doing that. If you don't have the bench, or if you feel better doing this, reverse lunge, 30, 25, drive the knee up, and then no weights, little jump up. All right, right side, left side, let's get that done. And then we will finish down on the mat, team. All right, go heavy if you can. Back to some legs and glutes, you can do it, but short, 30, 25, 20. Here we go, step it up. Slowly down, or reverse lunge. You don't have to have a bench, team. If you have something that you can step up on, great. Otherwise, tap it back or lunge it reverse on the floor. Take it here. Legs are tired, I know, but you got it. One more. Shake it out, get a little stretch. This time, the only change we're making, 25 seconds, drive the knee up to your chest. You'll get a little more core, you'll get the heart pumping. All right, here we go. 25, 3, 2, 1, drive it up and down. Push off that top heel, then slowly down. You're keeping your weight forward. I know. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, team, let's all take it to the floor on this. Let's save that for the step ups. All right, so it's your runner's lunge. You're gonna add a little jump to it. No weight. You can try it on the bench if you're daring, but I'd feel more comfortable if we're on the floor, team. Let's do it. 20 seconds, you're get low to high, add a little power. Here we go. Power up, power up. It's only 20 and it's only body weight. So you can do it, hang with me right here. Burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe. All right, team, catch your breath, all right? We're gonna get it all on the other side. Gonna get that top leg burning. Again, reverse lunge or step up, reverse lunge and knee or step up and knee. Then a little power sprinter's lunge at the bottom. We got 30 seconds to start. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. And down. Slowly down. Yes, you can. And here. Really use that top leg. Either way, you're trying to come down soft, whether or not you're on the ground or the bench. Come down soft. 5 seconds. Yes, you can. And relax. All right, get ready. Exact same thing, only 25 seconds. Drive that knee up. 3, 2, 1. And here. I know. Woo! Breathe. Last one, yes, team. All right, take it down. Other foot forward. Runner's lunge if you can. If you can't get all the way down there, just tap it back. Drive it up with power, whatever that means for you. Last 20 seconds right here. 3, 2, 1. Yes, you can. I know. 10 to go. Burn. 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right, let's finish out this bonus circuit with a true bonus move. You're gonna have your hands on the bench, or you can have them down on the ground. If you have a bench, we're going down, down, up, up, plank jack for 2. If you're down on the ground, here's what we've got. Out, out, in, plank jack for 2. You can also be on your knees and tap it out, or just tap it out from your toes. All right, let's get it done. We're only going 30 seconds on this bonus move. If you can go up, up, down, down, it's hard, but use your core. Last 30. So get set. Strong core, strong arms. 3, 2, 1. Down, down, up, up. Yes, you can. Or down, down, up, up. Right here. Out, out. They're both hard, right? Whoop! I think I switched. Which one? I'm doing it on, that's okay. And relax. Stretch it back, team. You did it. Sit back into that child's pose. Either meet me on the mat here if you're not here already. Hands on top. If you have a bench, press those shoulders down or just take it down to the floor. Yes, team. So a little bit like our cluster sets or our giant sets where we put the same muscle group, same set of muscles instead of a lot of those circuits like we normally do. Come to a seated position, take those knees out. A lot of those circuits where we get upper, lower core, right? We gotta have lower, lower and upper, lower power, upper, upper and core, upper power, right? So it is exhausting in that way. We're building muscle endurance. If you can, cross that leg over. Otherwise, just take it here, sit on the edge of the chair, get a little hip stretch. We got that side squat, right? So we got that lateral movement. We got that curtsy lunge, transverse plane. So we did get a lot of those hips. This would be a good stretch to do more of if you have time. We're gonna keep the stretch short as we always do. So please make sure you are getting more mobility and flexibility in your days and your weeks. Closing out a program here, please leave me a message, leave me a comment, leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and check us out on the free BodyFit by Amy app, or join us in the BodyFit Athletic Club if you're not already here to get all of the extras. So you're right here, big stretch over. Thank you so much for being here today and for working hard. One big deep breath in and out. You did it. That was your dumbbell strength, sweat, and power workout. Great job, everybody.